Good morning, students. Today, our topic is Microsoft Excel, and in this lecture, we are going to discuss some features and formula based on my formula used in Microsoft Excel. So, first of all, spreadsheet. What is a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet is basically a file that exists of cells in rows and columns and can help arrange, calculate, and sort data. And data in a spreadsheet can be numeric value as well as text and formula, etc. So basically, spreadsheet is nothing but we can say that a table in which there are certain rows and columns, and where the rows and columns are intersect, they make a cell in which we can feed our values. So spreadsheet is a basic important term because in Microsoft Excel we use basically spreadsheet. So Microsoft Excel is a software that work on a spreadsheet system. Now, what is Microsoft Excel? Microsoft Excel, as we know, that is a program of MS Office, Microsoft Office, in which you can maintain a spreadsheet. And what is spreadsheet? Spreadsheet is basically a file that exists of cells in rows and columns. So first of all, when you open Excel, then Excel interface look like this. This is a diagram given of MS Excel interface. So I think spreadsheet and Microsoft Excel, both terms are quite clear to all of you. A spreadsheet is basically a file that exists of cells in rows and columns, and MS Excel is a program and works on a spreadsheet system. Now let us talk about the Excel interface. So when you just open MS Excel, MS Excel look like this. Wait a second. These are the different options. I think you are familiar most of the terms here, because these are also used in Word as well as in MS PowerPoint. But here the only difference is that uh, data is entered in cells, and cells is nothing but only the intersection of rows and columns. You can easily see that rows are given here, columns are given here, columns, all the options are available here. And one new thing is there, and that is formula bar, in which you can type a formula. And quick access toolbar is also there in MS Word as well as in PowerPoint presentation. The ribbon is also there, the command group is also common. So vertical and horizontal scroll bar is also there. You can zoom your MS Excel sheet, and different worksheets are also available. By default, 3 worksheets are there. You can increase the worksheet, you can rename the worksheet, and you are also able to delete the worksheet. In MS Excel, basically we apply different formulas in different cells to access or to find out any result, such as if we want to find out the percentage of or percentage of a student in scoring in different 5 subject marks, then we can apply the formula for percentage. Or if we want to find out the total number of the student in our class, we can also apply the formula for that purpose. So now the question arises in our mind that what is a workbook, or what is a workbook window. So in Excel 2016, when we open up a new workbook, it now include only one worksheet. But when we talk about 2003 or 7, there are by default 3 worksheets, and there are certain number of rows and columns. So there is a very important point that maximum number of rows in a worksheet is equal to is given on a screen. 10,48,576 rows are there and 16,384 columns are there. Now worksheet. So Excel files are known as workbooks. First of all, each workbook hold one or more worksheet, and that worksheet also called as a spreadsheet, and definition of spreadsheet is already given here. So whenever we create a Excel workbook, it includes one workbook named sheet 1 in case of Excel 2016. And a worksheet is basically a framework of columns and rows where columns are identified by letters running across the top of worksheet, and rows are identified by the numbers running down the left side of the worksheet. So columns are basically represented by letters, and number of rows are represented by numbers. Rows are represented by numbers. So that is the representation in a MS Excel. So Excel creating. Let us create a new Excel sheet. It will give you a clear idea. So Microsoft Excel 297 to 2007 2003 workbook is here. So first of all, I give a name of this MS Excel file, and let us check its property. You can easily see that the extension is .xls. It is the extension of Excel file. Now you can open MS Excel file. So 2003 version of Excel is there, which is very old. So now you can easily see that 3 different worksheets are here. Okay. Now Excel creating formulas. In Excel, the most important thing is to use formula in Excel sheet or in worksheet. So formula bar is there in which you can type a formula. You can easily see that here diagram is given. So every cell have certain address. For example, if a cell has column C and row 5, then its address is C5. And you can see that formula is there. A number is given in C5. You can easily see that 20 is there, and in column E and row 5 means at the cell address E5 we just write equal to C5 plus 5. So that is basically formula, and formula always start with a equal sign. That is a very important point. So it basically add the content present at that cell C5 plus 5 means 25 will be the answer. If we change the value in cell C5, then our answer will automatically change. So that is a basic advantage of using formula in MS Excel. It doesn't work on numbers, instead they work on address of the cell. You can also add numbers, but for that purpose you don't use MS Excel, because you easily can do this work in calculator. So the basic purpose of using MS Excel is to give value in different cells and apply formula. And when we apply formula using the values in different cells, then if we change value in that cell, then our answer will automatically change. So that is the main advantage of using MS Excel. Now this is our MS Excel file. You can change the size of rows and column from here. Just go to format option You can able to change column width here, give the width. Suppose I just give a 20, then you can easily see that size will be increased in that case. And if I decrease the size, then I just give a size 7, then you can easily see that is a size 7. So you can increase or decrease the size of row and column both. And this is a quick access toolbar, so different options are also available here, and these options are also present in MS Word and MS PowerPoint also, and these are the different sheets here. You can also able to increase the number of sheets if you want. I just click here, and then you can easily see that number of sheets are all automatically increased here. And if you want to decrease, and just press right click and press on delete button, you can easily see that sheets will be deleted in that case. Here I just want to use only one sheet, so I just delete all other sheets which are available by default here. Now I am also able to rename this file by using rename option. So just click on rename option and then type the name of the file. I just give the file name here first. So first is a file name here. You can also able to create new copy of this. So just create a right click and create a copy option, and then OK. You can easily see that a copy will be created. But if you want to create a copy just after that file, then it is also possible. Again, let us see. Just go to move or copy option. Now select the position here, and then click on create a copy option. You can easily see that file will be created just after that file. Now we have 3 files, so no need to use it, and there is no need of these files, so we just delete these files, and there is only one file here now first. So now come to the main point. Here these are the cells, and you can easily see as you just click on that cell, then a row and columns locations appear here. You can easily see that I18 is there, E6 and E7s are there, E6 and E7 are there. If I give just type 2 numbers 1 2 and then just drag that values, then we can easily see that numbers are automatically come after one another. Just see, as there is a series 1 2 3 4 5 6 and up to goes, and these goes to up to 18. So this is a feature of MS Excel also. You are not supposed to type a sequence number of each and every value. And if I just give only one value and then just drag it, then you can easily see that one will be there. All values are 1. And if you want to make a series, then just go to right click and fill series, then it will be converted into a series. So you have 2 options. First of all, either you have to write numbers 1 2 and just drag after that, so the sequence will be followed, means 1 2, and then next value will be 3, then 4, and then 5, and up to so on. And if you just drag only a single value, then it will be copied to another other cells also. But if you want to make it a series, then just go to the right click option and then click on fill the series. And if you want to make another series, this is also possible. You can type any series. If you want to make it start from 2, you can easily see that now the series will start from 2. Now I just give another value, suppose 3, and then 4. So whatever you sequence you type and just drag that sequence will be followed. That sequence must be followed. I give here 3 and 4, and then I just give again suppose 3, and then 4 again, So if I just drag it, you can easily see that 3 4 3 4 4 4 4 5 5 5. So that sequence is followed. So it is basically depend on you that what type of sequence you want in your Excel sheet. Okay, so at least give 2 or 3 numbers if you want to make a sequence here, particular sequence. So I just if I want to print suppose only odd number of series, then I just give 1 and 3 and just drag it, then you can easily find out the series. Suppose if I give 3 5 7, then you can easily see that all odd numbers starts from 3 will be there: 3 5 7 9 11 13 17 21, etc. These are the values. If you want to delete certain number of rows, just click on the right hand side and go to delete rows. You are able to delete the rows of in your MS Excel sheet. So this is the, I think now all of you are able to understand the concept of series or make a series in MS Excel. So don't need to write sequence number or serial number in your Excel sheet. It will automatically generate by just give only 1 or 2 values and drag it. So now you can see the print preview here. That is a print preview. Here I just select these rows, borders, I just select the border, so border is there. If I want to delete certain number of columns, then select that columns and delete. Go to delete option by clicking right click of a mouse. Okay, now come to the main point. If you want to apply formula, okay, then first of all you have to select a cell where you want to apply the formula, and in that cell just go to the equal sign. Every formula always start with equal sign. After that, give the cell address. Suppose I want to add 2 numbers, then I just give the cell address. Where you just click in your worksheet, that cell is selected. So I just select the here the B6 here, and then press plus button, and then after another just D6 there, and after that you must uh, click on tab button. That value should be added in that case. Now let us see again. First of all, equal sign, then select cell address, then apply operator, plus operator is there, and that's, you can easily see that, and then press tab button, tab key in your keyboard, answer is there. And if you just want to see the formula here, you can go to the formula bar, or you can also go to the formula bar, and you can also able to change the formula by using formula bar. And I can also type formula here, you can easily see that. If it is a correct formula, then answer will be there. If it is not correct, then it will just give you error. Okay, just see this. First of all, select is any cell. So I just give a cell here B6 plus C. Okay, C and C6. C6 should be there. So answer is 4 here. So now these are the two different ways to apply your formula in your worksheet, and just drag it. You can easily see that this formula is applied to all other cells also. In next cell it is applied for B7 and C7, and then next it is applied for B8 and C8. So sequence will be followed, and if you just make a change in it, apply minus sign, then subtraction will be there. If you want to just drag it, then this formula is applied to all other cells also. If you want to multiply, then mark a star there. Both values of the cells available in that cell B6 and C6 will be multiplied. Just drag the formula here, and if you want to divide to these values, then place and then just write slash. You can see the value what we get after division. Okay, and if you want to reduce or increase the number of decimals in it, then these options are also available here. You can easily see that. If you want to give it increase the number of decimals, you can also able to do this. So here we just perform some arithmetic operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and we create a formula for that. And there is another option, auto sum. Just select the series or row and then press on auto sum option. You are able to sum all the numbers which you select and just drag it. Actually it is a built-in function, and the auto sum is basically a shortcut for that. And if you want to see the formula here, then formula is also there. Actually there are some built-in formulas, so you can also use these formula. And if you want to create your own formula, then it is also possible. Just we apply in previous case, we add two different numbers available in two different cells, or we also able to subtract, multiply or divide two different numbers. So auto sum formula is there. If you want to delete these, select and then delete. That's delete option. You are able to delete columns. You can select both of them together. Now different formulas related to MS Excel are present here. You can easily see that. Go to just formula tab. Different types of formulas are there. Belongs to different categories, such as related to math formulas are there. You can use any one of them. Okay, and auto sum formula is there, average formula is there, count number, min, max. These are the some basic formulas I use most of the time. So different categories of formulas are there, and you can select any, first of all, any one category and use the formula what you want, or according to need you can select first of all category and then after formula. So these are the formulas. Now one more important thing, there are formula related to different fields such as statics and engineering. So you can use those options also. Now here one more important thing, if you want to use built-in formula, then after equal sign press any letter. Suppose I just press A here, so the formula that begins with letter A all represented here. It is helpful when we forget some formula, so we can see here, and just I select here was simple formula of average, so just click on the average and it shows its syntax and it tells about the formula also. And now the syntax is here. Average, we have to give at least two values, number 1 and number 2. So I just select one cell and after put comma sign and select other cell. Then if you want to select 3 cells, then again after put comma sign and 3 cells are there. Yeah, you can easily see that after closing the sign of parenthesis, average value is there. So these are the built-in functions. Now just drag it. This formula is applied to all other cells also. So the last value is 14.0 and first value 2.0, which is basically the average of 1, 3 and 2. And last value 14.0 is the average of 10, 21 and 11. Okay, now let us take another formula, equal, and then I just press here, suppose a letter M. So all formulas start from letter M are there. So first of all, let us select maximum, max formula, which basically find out the maximum value out of given values, out of certain given values. So just select different values by clicking on the cells. That's that the cell address is selected, and separate all the cells by a comma sign. So maximum values available in different cells is here. So 3 is the maximum out of 1, 3 and 2. Now just drag the formula. You can see the formula here, max B6, C6 and D6. So this is the maximum value among B6, C6 and D6. Now same formula is applied for, same procedure applied for minimum. For to calculate minimum value, there is a formula named MIN. Just write equal then MIN and pass the different cell address and separate all cell address by a comma sign. You are able to find out the minimum address, minimum value among different address, different cells. So apply the same procedure again. Go to min method and give the cell address B6, then again comma C6, and then select other value any D6 and then close the parenthesis sign. Now 1 is the minimum value. You can just double click on that cell. You are able to see the formula here, and you are also able to see the formula in formula bar. Okay, and if you want to select a minimum value, then it is also possible by selecting certain cells. Okay, by just selecting a certain series, and by selecting a certain range. So always remember that when we just separate two cells, then we put a comma sign, but we select a range, then we select we just use a colon sign for that purpose. So colon sign is used to select a range. So in basically we give a cell address, and then after we just put colon sign and the last value. So from first to last, all cells are selected, and that formula is applied for all these values. Now let us take another example. Suppose if you want to find out the sum, then just formula is there, and the name of the formula is sum, and I just select a range B6 to D6. So that will automatically create the sum from B6 to C6. Now the answer is there, you can easily see here. So now you have two options. You have to select different cells, or you have to select a particular range to apply the formula, or you can create your own formula. These are the built-in functions used in MS Excel. So first value which I calculate is for sum, second is for average, third for max, and fourth for min. So in this lecture we basically learn about simple formulas to calculate sum, average, max, and min. In our next lecture we will discuss some more formulas used in MS Excel. So thanks for watching this video.